hawak na ka na. May hawak.
Hey there! Is this thing working? This is Dino Dustin. Here's one of your guides to Jurassic Quest Drive through Safari. Before we go in, we should go over a few rules. Please keep your hands, feet, heads, children, and other appendages inside your vehicles at all times. We know that there's a lot of incredible sights to take in, but please be very careful to pay full attention to the driving path, as well as the distance to the cars ahead. Please observe our 5-mile-per-hour speed limit. The only time you should leave your vehicle is at our designated restroom area. Our dinosaurs may seem scary, but don't worry. We have a perfect track record of 0 dinosaur-related attacks. This week so far. Well, I think you guys are ready for your Jurassic Quest. Please pause the audio until you reach the first scene.
What's that, Toto?
I'm Prehistoric Nick, a fossil expert here at Jurassic Quest. What you're looking at is the Triassic period. The Triassic started about 251 million years ago at the end of another period that we call the Permian. One of the earliest dinosaurs that we know of was Eoraptor. Its name means dog thief because it lived at the dawn of the age of dinosaurs. Eoraptor made its home in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago. Beside that is a kind of skinny dinosaur named a Coelophysis. Its name means hollow form because they had hollow sacs of air in their joints instead of cartilage. Coelophysis is the oldest known dinosaur from North America. And here is a large predator known as Herrerasaurus. Herrerasaurus is the name of one of the largest predatory dinosaurs that lived in the Triassic period. It lived in what is now Argentina about 231 million years ago.
Hey there, folks, this is Safari Sarah. The Triassic period was the dawn of the age of dinosaurs, but it too had to come to an end. Just a little over 200 million years ago, the Earth encountered another mass extinction. Believed to be caused by an increased period of volcanic activity, it caused the extinction of roughly 70% of life on Earth. This wiped out a lot of bigger animals. Without big competitors, dinosaurs thrived. And in the Jurassic period, they quickly became the gargantuan creatures.
Predators.
That's
Some
that.
got to reach sizes of 6 feet across or more. The animal that looks kind of like a small dolphin is an ichthyosaurus. That name means fish lizard. It's an aquatic reptile, not a mammal, so it isn't related to dolphins at all. We can't forget about the small, long-necked animal swimming with it. That's a Plesiosaurus, another important part of this ecosystem. As a wise man once said, there's always a bigger fish. The big critter here is the magical Leopleurodon. Leopleurodon was a member of the Plesiosaurus, which is a kind of short-necked plesiosaur. It's important to point out that the animals you see here are not dinosaurs, but reptiles that lived in the ocean at the same time as the dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, for the most part, lived on land. And
dinosaur you see is what we call an iguanodon, and it's one of the first dinosaurs to be discovered and named. Some of you might have already guessed that iguanodon means iguana tooth. When iguanodon was discovered in England, no one had ever even heard of dinosaurs yet. So when it came time to name this bizarre new animal, the only similarities anyone could think of were that its teeth kind of looked like the teeth of an iguana, only bigger. The very first drawings of Iguanodon depicted it as a giant iguana-like creature. The animal it's next to is Baryonyx. Baryonyx was a carnivore, and specifically, it ate fish. We know that it ate fish because when the first Baryonyx skeleton was found in England in the 1980s, it had fossilized fish bones and fish scales inside of its belly, along with a few bones.
Welcome to the Western Interior Seaway. That's a shallow sea that stretches from the Gulf of Mexico to the Arctic Ocean during the Cretaceous period. The Great Plains of what is now the United States and Canada used to be underwater. Lots of marine fossils are found in places like Kansas. The first creature here is the long-necked Elasmosaurus. It's a relative of the Plesiosaurus.
No,
Just think of an extra scary turkey. We also know that at least one velociraptor attacked a Protoceratops, the next dinosaur in this scene. This is thanks to the fossil.
Let's call it Pinocchio Rex. Now we travel to Argentina. The big animal you see in this scene is Giganotosaurus, arguably one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs. Though it may look a lot like T-Rex, it's actually a much different animal. Unlike a T-Rex, it has 3 claws on each hand, a lighter bone structure, and teeth that were designed for slicing. Unlike a T-Rex's, which were meant for crushing through bones and ripping car tops open. Speaking of which, if you see one of our missing T-Rexes, please let one of our 3 security guards know where. The second largest in the scene is Carnotaurus, which means meat-eating bull because of peculiar horns on its head. It might have used its horns as a weapon against other predators. It's a very funny-looking dinosaur, not just because of the horns, but because of its tiny little arms. Carnotaurus has one of the smallest arms of any known dinosaur, even smaller than the T-Rex. The small dinosaur you see in this scene is Albersaurus.
What they found were tubes inside going back and forth between the nasal passage and the throat. When they recreated blowing air through their tubes, they discovered that the crest would have made a horn sound. The new script here just says make horn sounds. No, guys, I'm not gonna do that.
Sarah.
By the way,
Dinosaur. And if you listen very carefully, you can almost hear it apologizing. Sorry about that. The other dinosaur here, Anzu, was named after a Mesopotamian bird demon. It is a large North American oviraptorate found in the Hell Creek Formation of South Dakota and had a beak with no teeth. Anzu is relatively a new discovery, and scientists.
The ones in this scene include Titanoceratops, Cosmoceratops, Styracosaurus, and Brachioceratops. Now, there are 2 families of ceratopsians, Chasmosaurines and Centrosaurines. Now, Chasmosaurines have 2 prominent eye horns above their eyes and a very large.
And I'll be happy to. This armored dinosaur is a Coelophysis, also known as fused lizard. And Carnotaurus was armored head to toe with bits of bones in their skin to T-Rex, and possibly even win. The animal here is a Pachycephalosaurus, meaning thick-headed lizard, named after its thick, domed skull. It is often used to headbutt each other for dominance, but some scientists think it is more likely used for display. Large dome, if grown, is a juvenile Cephalosaurus. But we don't know for sure until more fossils are found. I've got great news, everyone. Our brand new
The cool thing about Triceratops. No! The Yes, T-Rex is in with the Triceratops' pin, and he's eating the... That's the same time and place that T-Rex lived. Now, Triceratops means three-horned face for pretty obvious reasons. Scientists used to think that Triceratops used the frill on the back of its head to defend its neck from T-Rex. That seems like it would make a lot of sense, but there's actually evidence that when T-Rex... I think that T-Rex is starting to notice your vehicle. Better make like a tree and bark out of here. Well, the good news is...
is not the danger in it. At least, not anymore.